So the thing here is we were asked to compute the cost of goods sold, right? We are asked to determine the cost of goods sold. What's the name of the question? Vestaprisi.
Mm.
Vestaprisi, abi?
Mm.
So we are asked to compute the cost of goods sold for 2021 and 2022. So let's have Vestaprisi. Computation of cost of goods sold for 2021 and what? 2022.
2022.
Right, so we have 2022, or sorry, 2021 and 2022. This thing here, you will recall that from your GSS 1 business studies, to determine the cost of goods sold, it is usually opening inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add purchases,
Mm-hmm.
less closing inventory.
Yes. What about the one that you have carriage inwards and
Yeah,
carriage
yeah.
outwards?
You had carried inward and other production costs. Now,
Hmm?
you hold on. So now that is basically the formula, right? Then, in other
Mm-hmm.
words, in determining purchases, the purchase cost will be all costs incurred to bring the asset to the point at which it is available for sale. Do you understand?
Mm.
So that's where you now
Mm-hmm.
have carried inward, production costs, all those type of costs, because you have to incur all the costs incurred to facilitate the conversion of raw materials into finished goods are what will make up the purchase cost. Do you understand?
No.
What's it that you don't understand now? I've not said anything serious.
You are breaking.
Okay, what I was saying is the purchase cost shall be all costs incurred to bring the asset to the point at which it is available for sale. Do you understand? All costs
Yes.
incurred
Sharp.
to ensure that the cost is
Sharp.
available for sale is what will form the opening inventory.
Yes. It said purchase cost shall consist of all the costs that
All costs incurred
all costs are incurred. Mm-hmm.
to bring the goods,
So, to bring what?
the goods
Mm-hmm.
available for sale, or to make the goods available for sale.
Okay.
Are we together?
Yes.
So we have opening raw materials, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much is it for 2021?
145,800.
Now, these are the closing balances, right?
Yes.
And the closing balance for the previous year shall be the opening balance for the new year.
Okay.
So in this context, you have 108,000 as the closing balance for 2022, and that becomes the opening balance for 2020. I mean for 2020, and that becomes the opening balance for 2021.
Yes.
145,800 is the closing balance for 2021, and that becomes the opening balance for what? 2022.
2022.
Is that clear enough?
Yes.
So we have how much?
108,000.
Sorry, I just want to make sure it has a good formatting. Sorry, right. And then the next is what? 145 800. Are we together?
Yes.
Then we have purchases. Add purchases. How much is the purchased goods? For 2021, we have how much?
Maybe the actual year.
Yeah, the actual year now.
Okay. So
702,000.
purchases, yes,
And how much?
720,000.
Right?
Yes.
So we now have with these purchases now, so we have cost of goods available for production. So then you add the opening inventory. Remember the formula we talked about, right?
Hmm?
Opening
Mm.
inventory add what? Purchases.
Purchases.
Right?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Then deduct the what? Closing inventory raw materials.
No, you're not getting the summation. No. Okay, you've gotten it.
This I'm using this thing. So what is the closing inventory of raw materials?
You said this is cost of goods available for production.
Yes, cost of goods available for production. Then closing materials is how much? You
It
have
will be on the actual
145.
year.
Yeah, good.
145, 800,
One
and
five.
180,000 respectively.
You know this thing before now. Is that clear enough?
Yes.
Then you now have cost of material. How much is it? How much is the cost of material used? So we have
664, 200, and 685, 800.
are we on the same page?
Yes, we are.
So add other direct costs. And you know direct costs are all costs attributable to the production of goods and services, Abi?
Services. Yeah.
And we have three major composition of direct costs. That's direct material, direct labor, and variable overhead, which is your production expenses, Abi.
Yeah.
So we have what?
We have
Direct.
direct wages.
You know this. We've gotten our direct material already. So what we need to now get is what? Direct wages. Do we have direct wages in the question?
Yes.
Figure me, please.
300,000, 250,000 respectively.
Where do you see it now? Oh,
Additional information.
300,000 and
Mm-hmm.
250,000. Like this, right?
Yes.
Then we have production expenses. How much is that? 22,601, 7199.
You less this one back.
Eh?
What? You less expenses now.
No, you add it.
Why?
Because the production expenses is variable overhead. You are adding up all the costs incurred to bring the stock available for sale.
Okay.
Do you remember? Do you get it now?
Yes.
So you now have 664,200 plus 300,000 plus 72,600. Do you get it?
Yes.
Then now we've dealt with this, but we have work in progress. So you add opening inventory, work in progress. Oh my God. How much is opening inventory work in progress? For the first year, you have how much? You know, we said the closing balance shall be the opening balance for the next year, right? So we have 75,600 and we have how much? 97,200. Then let's are we on the same page?
What happened again? What happened?
Are we on the same page?
What happened? You say are we on the same page?
It was network now. It's not on online lecture.
Mm, okay.
So deduct. eh,
Open inventory. Okay, so open inventory work in progress. Below wow.
So the actual year will be the closing event.
Yeah, I can't see the open work in progress. Okay, I've seen it. So it will be 75 600 and 97 200.
Yeah. Are we together?
Yes.
So we have total production cost. That will be
Yes.
this plus this minus 97,200, right?
Yes.
Then do we have finished goods? Add
Hello, please. Are you coming back? No, the both of you.
inventory. Mhm. That's how much?
Yes, of
Sorry,
course. I'm coming now.
600 and what? 129,600 and deduct closing inventory. That's how much? 129,600 and what? 387. Then we have cost of
Wait, Mr. Kule, I've left you. You're just going.
and if you are looking for somewhere that is
Ah,
going and coming.
no, I don't want anybody to disturb me. That's why I not collect the key for anybody.
Okay,
How
that's
come I
fine.
use their own and disturb me?
The class is recorded. Please, I want to yeah. So with this, if you're able to attempt this way, you would have gotten
Mm.
3 marks in the exam.
How many?
3 marks.
Because of all this one.
Yeah, it's simple now. There's no thinking required in this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go to the next thing. The next thing is what? We should calculate the length of working capital cycle. Right? The calculation of length of working capital cycle. And the working capital cycle is inventory days add receivable days and then deduct payable day. Then you have you get it? So now that is what we would apply to determine our working capital cycle, right? And to get your working capital cycle, to get the first thing will be for us to determine the inventory days, receivable days, and payable days, right? And for inventory days is average inventory, are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Divided by purchases, because it is purchases that will give rise to you having inventory, right? Times 365 days, because there are 365 days in a month. What
Okay.
determines, do you understand?
Yes.
Then the next thing is what determines your receivable days, right?
Receipt.
And your receivable days is a
Sales.
function of what?
Sales.
You have average sales, average receivables divided by sales times 365 what?
Yes.
Days. And payable you have average what?
Payables.
Payables divided by sales times what?
365. Why is it sales again?
Because it is sale, so it should be purchases, sorry, or cost of sales. Either of the two.
And why is it purchases and cost of sales?
Because it is when you buy, you are going to pay. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
It is your purchases, it's your purchases or cost of goods sold that gives rise to payable. If you had not bought, you wouldn't have paid. Do you understand?
No.
Like, for inventory, it is what you bought that determines what you have in stock.
Yes.
For receivables, it is what you sell that determines how much you get from customer.
Okay.
And for payables, it is what you buy that determines how much you pay to your suppliers.
Mm.
Does it make sense to you?
For payables, it is what you buy
Mm-hmm.
that will determine what.
That will determine what you pay to customer and to the supplier, sorry.
Okay.
You're writing that one down.
I'm not writing it down. I'm just okay. Sorry. You say for purchases,
That's all, basically. So let's
it is
now,
what it is what you buy
So let's now do one. Well, determination of working
You
capital
said
cycle.
for receivables, it is what you want.
You don't need to write it down there.
Okay.
Determination of what?
Working capital.
Working capital cycle. 20, what? One. So you have holding inventory. Are we on the same page, please?
Yes.
So you have inventory days, basically. Well, you know, we have three classes of inventory here. We have the raw materials, work in progress, and what? Finished goods.
Finished goods.
So I will say raw materials. And you know, we said average inventory. That is opening inventory plus closing inventory, right? So
Yes.
what is the opening inventory for 2021 is 108,000, right?
108. Yes.
Plus what is the closing inventory? 145,800.
800.
This will be divided by 2
Mm-hmm.
to get the average inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then
And
divided
still
by
65.
y
Purchases.
divided by,
Purchases, sorry.
yeah, what is your total purchases for the year? You have 702. Or better still, let's get this first. So you have 108, sorry, 108,000 plus 145,800, Abby,
Mm-hmm.
divided by 2. So you have 169, 160, 126,900, Abby.
Yes.
Then this will then be divided by what? 702,000. And you have 0.18, and then your answer will then be multiplied by 365 days. So you have 65.98 days. Does it make sense to you, please? Does it make sense to you, please?
I'm still processing it. Now, for this it is raw materials, opening inventory plus closing inventory. Then open inventory is 108,000, closing inventory is 145,800. 65, 108.
Hmm?
No, I'm not talking to you.
How much is the work in progress? So we have what?
We have
The opening work in progress is
75,
75,600,
600
right?
plus
Plus
97,
97,200,
200.
right? Divided by 2,
Mm-hmm.
divided by what is our purchases again?
This is
Oh,
seven hundred and
sorry.
two thousand.
Sorry. Do we have value of work in progress already here?
Hmm?
Hold on, sorry. Do you understand?
I did not tell you that one, no. You
Okay,
not say that one, no.
I'm telling you now.
Okay, so I should add work in progress now.
Yes, so divided by work in progress, and the work in progress is 972,000, right?
So that's average WIP
Yeah,
divided by cost of goods sold
yes, right?
times 365.
Yes,
So work in progress and payables have the same divisional.
yeah, division two. Do you understand? Then we have what?
Yes.
Finished goods. And the finished goods is what? What's the opening inventory for finished goods? 86,400
86,400.
plus what's the closing inventory? 129,600,
129,600. And,
right?
mhm,
Divided by 2.
mhm.
Hey, what am I doing? And for finished goods too, it will be cost of goods what? Sold. So divided by 972,000, right?
Mhm.
Then times this is 5 days. That's 40.56 days, Abby. So total inventory days is how much? 138.98 days. Is that clear enough?
Yes, please.
Then add receivable days, right? And receivable days is
Mm.
what? Average receivables. And average receivables is how much? 172,
Average receivable.
172,800 plus
Okay.
259,200,
259,400.
right? Divided by 2. Yeah, and what is the sales?
Receivable. Sales is
What is the credit sales? Credit sales. Our sales for the year is 1080, right?
okay. Okay, for the actual year.
Yes, for the actual year, right? You and this your actual year.
Mm. And proceeding review.
Times what? 365, right?
Yeah.
Then the when you had this plus 73,000, then you deduct
Payables.
payable days, right?
Mm.
And your payable days
Yes.
is average payables. And what is the average payables?
Mm-hmm.
The average payables is what's last year's payables? 86,400 plus 105,300,
300.
right? Divided by 2,
Yes.
right? Divided by what is the cost
Yeah.
of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is how much? 972,000 then multiply it by what? Right? So are you
Mm-hmm.
with me? Working
Yeah.
capital cycle will then be 211.98 plus minus 35.99. Okay?
Mm.
You have 201.98 minus 35.99. So that is the end of it. So I would do same thing for what?
2022.
2022,
21.98.
right? So for the raw
Yes.
materials, I have how much? I have
Should I attempt 2020?
145,800 plus 180,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divided by 2. How much is the purchases for the year? Purchases is how much? 720,000. The work in progress is 97,200 plus 93,360.
It's 360.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is the cost of goods sold for 20? That's 1098360, right?
Yes.
Also, this we have 129,600 plus, where's the finished goods? Plus 142,875 divided by 2. And what is the cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is 1098360, right? All right.
Mm.
And for the receivables, you have 59,200 plus how much is the closing receivables?
Mr. Kuya, eat to yourself.
97,000 is what you've done before now.
You have what you have done before. I'll not tell you that you should be taking me now. You're doing. I'm not even
No,
following you.
like it is what we did for 2021. We're only doing the same thing for 2022 now.
No, no, I'm supposed to be following you while you are doing it now. Abba,
Okay, follow me. No, while I keep following,
you
please.
are fast. You are faster than me.
What is it?
You are faster than me.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So we have 105,300, right? Plus what's the closing balance? 126,000, right? Divided by the cost of goods sold. And the cost of goods sold is how much? 1098360. Then you have this. So with that, you have 207 days. I think there's something wrong with that formula.
No, you've gotten something wrong, girl. Mr. Kunemi, I'm not liking this one you're doing here. I'm not following you.
105,000 plus 126,000, Abi, divided by 2. Divided, what's the closing balance, please?
Mr. Kunemi, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, I'm not following you. I'm just calculating now. Abba. Mm.
All right. So here you have what? Divided by what's the purchases, please? Any question, please?
Since I've been asking questions,
You didn't ask
what's
question,
the
you only
coordinates?
complaining. No.
Yes, I'll complain now because you're going.
Now, the third part is saying you should list the actions that the management of the company might take to reduce the length of the cycle, right?
Um,
Now, there are three major indices for you to actually deal with this. Number one is it is either you reduce the total inventory days,
okay,
it is either you reduce the total inventory days or reduce the receivable days.
that's number two.
No, that's not number two. I'm explaining. No, don't use off
Okay,
record now. So
okay.
it is either you are going to be looking at measures that we either reduce the inventory days, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Reduce the receivable days or increase the payable days. So our advices will be around how to increase reduce the inventory days, reduce the receivable days, and then increase what? The payable days.
The payable days.
So what are the ways it could adopt to do that, right? That would be our major question. The first one will be to reduce, right, the holding period for inventory by adopting a just-in-time inventory management system. And then the question will be, what is just-in-time, Abby?
Mm,
Just-in-time management system is a kind of inventory management system where order is placed when the good is needed. An example of organizations that adopt that approach is Jumia. No, Jumia don't have a stock, right?
mm-hmm,
So is when you need, they place their order.
mm-hmm.
Do you understand? That's a just in time, just exactly the time you
You
need
said
it
what when an order is placed. Mm-hmm.
at the point at which the goods are needed. Then number two thing would be reduce the what? The finished goods holding period. If the finished goods holding period reduces, the total receivable and the total inventory days will also reduce, abi,
Mm-hmm.
by producing to order. Do you understand? So also they can do a kind of you only when you order like this what's the name of remind me this place now? KFC and others, what they do. They will tell you to hold on when you order for what's the name, chicken and chips. They tell you to hold on for 5 minutes, even when you are in their store, for them to actually
Mm-hmm.
quickly fry that chicken and chips. The
Mm-hmm.
chips basically. So that's they produce to order.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually another way they could adopt, right?
Yes.
Number three is reduce the length of receivable days, right? By adopting or by granting cash discount, sorry, by adopting cash discount to encourage what? Prompt payment. Is that clear?
No.
Now, there are two types of discounts. We have trade discount and cash discount.
Mm-hmm.
Trade discount is that kind of discount that is given to a customer to encourage to buy more. Do you understand? That's where you do buy five, get one free.
Mm.
So that's kind of trade discount. So you sell five, you sell six for the price of five. Another form of discount is the cash discount. The cash discount is a form of discount granted to the customer to actually encourage prompt payment. So if you are paying within 6 days, for instance, you will pay 90%.
Okay. Trade
You,
discount. Trade discount when it has to do with the customer, it doesn't cover a specific period of time.
no, the trade discount is encouraging the customer to buy more, to buy in large quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Why the cash discount is encouraging the customer to pay promptly.
Mm, okay.
So to reduce the receivable days, for instance, the average receivable days for 2022 is 85 days. So we can tell the
Okay. So
customer that
trade
if
discount is allowing the you said allowing the customer to buy more.
yeah, yeah, it's going to encourage the customers to buy more.
Allowing.
I
Eh?
encourage, not allowing, encourage.
Okay. Cash discounts encourages the customer to pay promptly. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Any question?
No question for now.
All right. The third one will be, our goal is to either reduce the inventory days.
That's what I don't understand. What do you mean by reduce the inventory days? Um,
This is what I was
yes,
saying.
reduce the inventory.
What is the examiner looking for? The examiner is looking for how do we reduce the working capital cycle. Do you understand? Hello.
Come to complain to you.
So can you hear me?
Yes, so we finish this one, have we?
No. So the fourth one will be to negotiate for longer credit period. Credit
Sorry,
period.
what is working capital management about first?
Working capital management is just the first thing before you even talk about working capital management is to understand what is called working capital itself.
Yes.
And working capital is current assets minus current liability, right? But don't worry,
Working
that's the
capital.
topic. Mm, it's current assets deducted from current liability.
Okay.
So that's what I will just explain for
Mm-hmm.
now. Later on, we'll get it better. Don't worry, I will explain better with other questions.
Okay.
Mm.
So that's this one too is okay. This one too is okay. How many points this is?
You could buy 10 boxes,
Mm-hmm.
you could buy 20 boxes, and you could buy what?
30 boxes.
30 boxes.
Calculate is hold on.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So if he decides to sell 10 boxes, that's if he decides to buy 10 boxes and decides to sell 10 boxes, right? This is the purchases part. This is when he decides to buy, and this is when he decides to sell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he decides to sell 10 boxes, if he decides to buy 10 boxes and sell 20 boxes, right? So he will have
Mm-hmm.
400 times 10, right? For the
Mm-hmm.
contribution.
Sorry, come again.
If he decides to buy 10 boxes and sells,
No, like from the beginning, like
ah,
10, the 10, 20, 30, vertically and horizontally.
now let me start again, please. He has opportunity to sell, Abby.
Yes.
So he could sell 10 boxes,
Mm-hmm.
he could sell 20 boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and he could sell what? That's a boxes.
Boxes.
Also, because he wants to sell, he can only buy, right? So he can buy
Mm-hmm.
10 boxes. He can also buy 20 what? 20 boxes, and he can also buy what? 30 boxes.
But it is not listed here that he's going to sell them. It
What
just
the
says here that he will buy.
A box of apple is capable of earning a contribution. How would he earn a contribution if not sold?
Mm.
Eh?
Yes.
Can he earn if he has not sold?
No, no,
So that's
no.
where we got up the idea of buying and selling.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So if he has he has 400 boxes, Abby. I mean, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
he has 10 boxes. He has
Mm-hmm.
purchased 10 boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the contribution he will get is 400, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 10,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus what they cost, 250 what times 10.
So contribution minus cost will give you profit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Now he cannot sell 20 boxes because he can only buy 10 boxes, and you cannot give what you don't have, right?
Um, mm.
So the same 1.5 will be here. Also, he cannot sell 30 boxes because he didn't buy up to what? 30 boxes.
Mr. Kule, sorry. It says here the shopkeeper is deciding on the number of boxes of special apples it hopes to buy each day. A
Yes,
box of apple earns a contribution of 400 and cost 250 naira respectively.
yes.
So why did they say that, okay, oh, this one is for 10 boxes, oh, this one is for 20 boxes, oh. The amount of
They
apple
said
is
a
uncertain.
box of apple is 400. So the question
Uh-huh.
will be how much is for 10 boxes?
Yes, can't that go for 20 and 30 boxes as well?
No, it can't be for 30, 20. So if you are doing for 30, it should be 400 times 30.
Yes.
And but he's only buying. This option here is to buy.
Uh-huh.
He cannot sell what he has not bought. He only bought 10 boxes. Then he cannot sell 20. He can only sell 10 because he's restricted to what he bought.
Yeah, but he bought the three of them now. He has decided that you will buy 10 boxes, 20 boxes, or 30 boxes
And
each day.
now we are still doing for 10 boxes that he first bought first. We've not done for the other ones.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Abba.
Sorry, I'm asking the name.
I know you're just kidding. Are we on the same page? Now, here now, he is buying 20 boxes, but can only sell 10 boxes. Is that
What are they now?
all right?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you understand the first table now?
Yes,
So, the second one is that, are you with me?
yes.
So the second one is that he is buying 20 boxes, right?
Mm.
Are you with me? He's buying 20
Yes, yes,
boxes. So it means he's paying how much? 250 times 20 to buy them.
yes.
But it would cost, I mean, people are only demanding for 10 boxes. Do you understand? People are only demanding for 10 boxes. So he can only sell 400
10.
times 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he has bought 20 boxes. So
Mm-hmm.
what he bought is 250 what? Times
20.
20. Do you understand?
Yes, but I do not see where it is stated there that it can only sell 10.
Because of this our heading. You know this heading here is the demand heading, is the selling heading.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put a comment here. The sales heading, and here is what? The purchases heading. Do you understand? So what he has here is
Yeah.
what is purchasing. What he has here is what is selling.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes.
So now he's purchasing how many but ones now? He's purchasing 20, abi, and he's selling what? 20. So using
Mm-hmm.
400 times what? 20 minus what?
250 times 20.
250.
Mm.
That's 3,000, right?
Mm.
And for the last one, he cannot sell more than he has purchased, right?
Mm.
So he's only going to do 20. Even when they demanded for 30, he's only going to sell 20.
This thing is not clear to me. I will not lie.
What's not clear, please?
This one that you're explaining,
The last one,
like this payoff table going is not clear to me.
the payoff table is a table that shows the demand against the demand against the purchases, or the demand against the supply. Basically, we are looking at what are you buying and what are you selling. This heading here is for the sales. This heading
Mm-hmm.
here is for the buying. How much is it buying? But let's bring it to reality. You wouldn't have showed what you don't have.
Yeah.
So everything you have in here is restricted to what you have here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So the
Mm-hmm.
first one is you are selling 10 boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means you purchase 10 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's 400 times the 10 boxes minus the cost, 250 times the 10
Mm-hmm.
boxes. So that will give us the profit for 10 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So even when they demand for 20, you can only sell 10.
Mm-hmm.
When they demand for 30, you can only sell 10.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
The second one, you are selling, you have bought 20 boxes,
Mm-hmm.
but you've bought 20 boxes already.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 250 times 20.
Mm-hmm.
So when they are demanding for 10, you can sell 10.
Mm-hmm.
And when they are demanding for 20, you can sell 20.
20.
But when they are demanding for 30, you can only sell what? When they are demanding for 30, you can only sell what?
3,000.
Hey, when they are demanding for 30 boxes, how many boxes can you sell?
10.
10 bawo. You bought
20.
20 boxes. If they are demanding for 30, if people want to buy 30, how many can you sell?
20.
So that's why you have the 20 boxes repeated in 30 boxes, because you cannot sell more than 20 boxes,
Boxes. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So here now you have what? People are demanding for how many boxes now? 10 boxes.
30.
10.
Okay, 10.
But
Okay.
you've bought how many boxes? 30.
30.
So because of that, you bought this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they are demanding for 20, you can still sell 20, 400 times 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus what?
250 times 30.
Times 30, good. And here,
Same thing.
no, you do 400 times 30. You bought 30 so you can sell 30 conveniently, times 250 times 30.
Mr. Kunle, maybe tomorrow you explain this thing because I don't get it well.
I will explain again tomorrow. Okay.
Sorry.
God knows that I'm done with this thing today.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I say you explain. I say do I understand? Is that this to understand?
No, well, let's meet tomorrow. But I may not be solving this question
I
again.
swear I don't understand it, I swear.
What?
Like I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the logic behind